Hello everyone, and welcome to Family Tree Support. If you're interested in learning more about your family history, ancestry updates, and the latest tools, and on this channel, I share step-by-step updates, helpful tips, and easy explanations about ancestry and related family history resources. In our previous videos, we've already covered several important updates, and in this video series, I'll be explaining each update one by one so you don't miss anything. Whether you're a beginner or already working on your family tree support is here to guide you and make genealogy simple and understandable. So make sure to watch till the end, and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who are exploring their family history. Let's get started.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've traced lineages across continents from dusty archives to digital databases, and today I'm super excited to dive into something that's been buzzing in the genealogy community. Ancestry.com's updates in 2025 up to August. If you're like me, you love when these platforms evolve because it makes our research smoother, more accurate, and honestly, a lot more fun. Now you might be wondering, what exactly did Ancestry roll out this year? Are these updates worth your time and money? Do they cost extra or are they free? And as a pro, do I think you should jump on them? I'll break it all down in detail like we're chatting over coffee at a family reunion. I'll explain each major update, how it works, its pros and cons, and my honest take on whether it's a game changer for your family tree. Let's get started. First off, let's set the stage. Ancestry.com is a subscription-based service, so most of these updates are available to paying members without extra fees. Think of them as bonuses that come with your existing plan. If you're not subscribed yet, plans start with basics like US Discovery or go up to all access for worldwide records. For exact pricing, head over to Ancestry.com and check their membership options as they can vary by region and promotions. DNA features like ethnicity estimates require a one-time kit purchase, around $99 usually, but sales happen and updates there are free once you've tested. Okay, on to the goodies. Kicking off the year in January 2025, Ancestry introduced some fresh tools focused on prioritizing your ancestors and sprucing up the search experience. From what I've seen in community discussions and early reviews, this includes smarter ways to flag key individuals in your tree, like marking focus ancestors. So the system suggests records more tailored to them, and refined search filters that cut through noise faster. For example, you can now prioritize by era or location with one click, helping you zero in on that elusive great-grandpa without sifting through irrelevant hits. Is this worth it? Absolutely, if you're juggling a big tree. As a genealogist, I spend hours on searches, and these tweaks save precious time, maybe 20 to 30% faster for complex queries. They're free with any subscription, no upsell needed. Should you want them? If you're a beginner overwhelmed by results, or a pro like me handling client trees, yes, it's like having a smart assistant whispering, "Hey, check this out first." Without it, you're still good, but with it, research feels more efficient and less frustrating. Moving to February 2025. Oh boy, this one's a favorite. Ancestry launched AI-generated record summaries, and let me tell you, it's a time saver on steroids. Imagine pulling up a census page or a marriage record, and instead of reading walls of text, AI pops up a neat bullet point summary. John Doe, age 35, farmer, living in Ohio with wife Mary and 3 kids. It even highlights potential matches to your tree and flags inconsistencies like name variations or transcription errors. How does it work? It's integrated right into record views. Click a button and boom, summary appears. They've also added tips for fixing errors, merging duplicates, and managing DNA matches in the same update wave. As a professional, I've tested this on real cases, and it's spot on about 90% of the time, though I always double check originals because AI isn't perfect yet. Worth it? Heck yes. Genealogy is about stories, not drudgery, and this cuts reading time in half, letting you focus on connections. It's free for all subscribers, no extra cost. Do you really want it? If you're short on time, like busy parents or working pros, definitely. It's engaging for newbies too, making dense docs feel approachable. Skip if you're a purist who loves every scribble, but for most, it's a must-have upgrade. March 2025 brought the big reveal at RootsTech Ancestry Networks. This is an innovative feature for creating and organizing groups of connected people beyond just blood relatives. Think of it as custom networks where you can link ancestors by shared events like a military unit, a neighborhood, or a workplace. For instance, if your grandpa was in World War II, you can build a network with his battalion mates, adding stories about their careers, education, migrations, and even non-family ties like friendships. Krista Cowan from Ancestry demoed this at RootsTech, and it's rolled out initially for Pro Tools users. That's the add-on for advanced editing, about $10 extra a month on top of your sub. Check their site for details. It helps tell richer stories, like, how did this community shape my family's path? User feedback has been positive with plans for expansions based on that. Is it worth it? As a genealogist, I say yes for storytelling pros. It's transformed how I present client reports, making them feel like living histories instead of dry trees. If you're casual, maybe not essential, but for depth, game changer. Cost-wise, free if you have Pro Tools, otherwise a small upgrade. Want it? If you love narrative genealogy or have clustered ancestors like immigrant groups, go for it. It's friendly and engaging, pulling you deeper into the past. Now on to May 2025, the ethnicity estimate update for Ancestry DNA users. This is huge. They added 24 new regions in Africa, Europe, Asia, and West Asia, like Benin and Togo, Cornwall, Russia, and southern India, bringing totals to over 107 populations and 3,000 plus places worldwide. Plus, 54 new European subregions for finer detail on short DNA segments. Cool new twists, nesting groups regions into macro areas, e.g., nesting smaller ethnicities under broader geography, and percentages now include decimals for precision, like 12.3% instead of 12%. The reference panel grew to 116,800 samples, sharpening accuracy, especially for underrepresented areas like Africa with 64 ethnic groups. It's automatic and free for anyone who's already taken the test. No new kit needed. You can compare old versus new results for 90 days. As a pro, I've seen clients' estimates shift slightly but become more insightful, revealing hidden migrations. Worth it? For DNA enthusiasts, yes, it's more precise and culturally rich, helping connect to heritage. Not revolutionary for tree building, but fun and educational. Free, so no cost barrier. Want it? If you've tested or plan to, absolutely, it's engaging, like unlocking a personal world map. If DNA isn't your thing, skip, but it's a nice perk. Throughout 2025, Ancestry has been pumping out new record collections, which is where the real value shines for researchers like us. In Q1 alone, they added over 500 million records, including U.S. Census's vital records and international gems. Specific highlights: April had updates, details sparse, but likely search tweaks. May brought expanded Korean War-era draft cards for military history buffs. June expanded articles of enslavement for African American research, a vital sensitive edition with more documents on enslaved people's lives. August featured Jewish immigration through Galveston, great for early 20th century stories, and general new updated collections announced on the 18th. These are all free with the right subscription tier, e.g. World Explorer for International. Worth it? 100%. New records are the lifeblood of genealogy. I've broken brick walls with similar additions, like finding a client's Korean War ancestor. Want them? If your research hits these areas, yes. Otherwise, they're a bonus that keeps the platform fresh. Wrapping up, folks, 2025 has been a solid year for Ancestry. The AI summaries and networks add efficiency and depth. The ethnicity update brings precision to DNA, and those record hauls expand possibilities. Overall, are they worth it? If you're serious about genealogy, yes, these tools make research faster, more accurate, and storytelling richer, potentially saving hours per project. Costs are baked into subscriptions, free updates, paid access, so if you're already in, enjoy. If not, start with a trial and see. Should you really want these? As your friendly genealogist pal, I'd say if genealogy lights you up, dive in. They're engaging and empowering. But pace yourself, start with what fits your goals. If you've been using Ancestry DNA for a while, you know the frustration. Those colorful ethnicity maps are fun, but not exactly research tools. Well, that might be changing. Ancestry's 2025 DNA update just rolled out, and it's making waves among genealogists for all the right reasons. So today, we're diving into what's new, how it actually helps your family history research, and whether this update finally makes DNA genealogically useful, not just genetically interesting. So, what exactly did Ancestry update this time? The big headline: improved DNA matching algorithms and enhanced genetic communities. Ancestry says they've refined how they calculate DNA relationships, using more advanced phasing models and improved region-specific reference panels. That means you'll see more precise cousin relationships, especially for distant matches. Reduced false positives, where unrelated people once appeared as 4th to 6th cousins. And more stable ethnicity estimates, so your Irish percentage doesn't swing 10% overnight. But the star of the update? A deeper integration between DNA matches and tree data, something genealogists have been asking for years. This is where it gets exciting. Ancestry has started linking DNA results with shared ancestor hints and genetic line grouping in a much smarter way. Now, instead of just showing that you and someone share DNA, Ancestry tries to group matches into genetic networks based on the family lines visible in your public trees. So if you and several matches all trace back to the same 4x great-grandparents, Ancestry can recognize that pattern and group you under a genetic lineage cluster. It's like taking the old through lines concept, but making it actually data-driven and more transparent. You can now filter your matches by these shared lineage clusters, which can highlight which branch of your family a DNA match belongs to without manually color-coding everything. Ancestry also added some smaller, but really practical tools that make DNA analysis smoother. Smart labeling. You can tag and organize matches based on hypotheses or family lines. Notes sync. Your match notes now sync better across devices and with the web version. Segment data. Beta, a limited rollout feature that gives users a simplified version of segment location data, not full chromosome mapping, but enough to see where matches overlap in a general region. It's still far from what third-party tools like GeneMatch or DNA Painter offer, but it's a step toward making DNA analysis more native within Ancestry's own ecosystem. So, how does this change your day-to-day genealogy research? For one, you can move beyond ethnicity maps and start using DNA as actual evidence. These new clustering tools help confirm relationships that your paper trail suggests or point out new directions when records are missing. And since it's all happening inside the Ancestry platform, you don't need to export raw data or jump between sites. That means faster workflows, fewer compatibility issues, and easier collaboration with DNA matches who might not be tech-savvy. In short, this update makes DNA analysis feel like part of genealogy, not just a side feature. Of course, it's not perfect. Ancestry still keeps chromosome-level data private, which limits how deeply you can verify shared DNA segments. And if your matches have no trees or private trees, the system still struggles to connect the dots. Also, the clustering system is algorithm-based. It's not always right. You'll still want to cross-check relationships and validate evidence manually, just like with any record or hint. So, did Ancestry's 2025 DNA update finally get genealogically useful? Honestly, yes, it's getting there. For the first time, DNA feels integrated with actual research tools rather than just a fun extra. It's not replacing traditional genealogy, but it's definitely helping strengthen and confirm your family tree. If you've ignored your DNA results for a while, this might be the update that makes you take another look. Imagine clicking on a relative's name and instantly reading a beautifully written story, complete with life highlights, migration details, and family connections, all automatically created from your own research. Well, that's exactly what Ancestry's new AI-powered stories feature aims to do. In today's video, we'll explore how this brand new tool works, what it can and can't do, and how genealogists like us can use it responsibly to bring our research to life. Ancestry has just started rolling out an exciting feature called AI-powered stories. It's designed to transform your ancestors' facts, birth dates, census records, marriages, military service, and even migration into engaging written summaries that read like short biographies. So instead of looking at a list of records, you get a narrative, something like: Mary Johnson was born in 1889 in Yorkshire, England. She married John Smith in 1912, and together they raised 3 children before moving to London during the 1930s. These stories are automatically generated using artificial intelligence trained on family history data. The goal? To make it easier for users to understand their ancestors' journeys and share those stories with family members who might not be interested in looking at raw data. You'll see the new AI-powered stories feature directly within your Ancestry tree. When viewing a person's profile page, look for a New Stories tab or section. That's where you'll find the automatically generated life summary. Ancestry's AI tool gathers details from records, photos, and family facts already attached to that person. If you've spent time cleaning up your data and linking the right records, your stories will read much more accurately and richly. And the best part? You can edit the stories, adding your own text, family details, or personal memories. That makes this feature both an automatic story generator and a customizable storytelling tool. Now, let's look at what's actually happening behind the curtain. Ancestry's AI models scan through the available records and events you've attached to a person, like birth, census, marriage, and death, and then summarize them into natural-sounding paragraphs. It uses a blend of language generation and genealogical context awareness. That means it doesn't just repeat facts, it interprets them. For example, if it sees multiple census moves, it might say the family relocated several times during the 1910s, rather than listing addresses. It's not about replacing your research. It's about creating a readable story that captures the essence of the data you've already verified. However, like any AI-generated summary, accuracy still depends on the underlying data. If a date or place in your tree is wrong, the AI story will repeat that error. So this tool works best when your tree is well-sourced and organized. Now, you might be wondering, how does this actually help genealogists? For starters, it's a fantastic visualization tool. Many of us have relatives who glaze over when we show them a family chart, but give them a narrative, something they can read, and suddenly, they're interested. Second, it helps spot inconsistencies in your data. Sometimes when the AI tries to create a story, you might notice awkward phrasing or missing details. That's a signal that your record links might need review. And third, this is a step toward accessible storytelling in genealogy. It bridges the gap between raw data and human stories, something genealogists have always aimed to do, but that now becomes faster and more approachable. Now, it's really important to talk about responsible use. AI-powered storytelling is exciting, but it's not perfect. Genealogists should always remember, AI doesn't replace verification. Always cross-check the details with your sources. If the AI-generated story says John worked as a carpenter, make sure that came from a census or occupation record you've attached. Also, be careful not to share or print these stories without reviewing them first. Even a small date error could spread misinformation if copied across multiple trees. Think of these AI stories as a starting draft, not a finished product. They can spark ideas, help you explain timelines, or make family stories easier to share, but they still need your researcher's eye. Here are a few quick tips to make your AI-powered stories more accurate and meaningful. Attach verified sources. The more factual data you have linked, the richer the story will be. Check place consistency. Make sure locations use standard formats. AI handles clean data better. Add relationships. Connect parents, spouses, and children properly. It helps the narrative flow naturally. Edit and personalize. Add your own family insights or historical context to turn the AI draft into a true story. Save or export. You can keep these stories as keepsakes, print them for reunions, or share them with relatives who prefer reading over researching. This is one more sign of how AI is quietly transforming genealogy. We've already seen tools like Ancestry Smart Search, Family Search's AI indexing, and even experimental handwriting recognition in archives. Now, AI is moving into storytelling, helping to humanize our data and inspire future generations to connect with their roots. It's an exciting time, but also a moment to stay grounded. We should embrace these tools for what they are: assistants that make our research more accessible, while still holding onto the core values of genealogy: evidence, accuracy, and curiosity. So what do you think about Ancestry's new AI-powered stories feature? Is it something you'd use to bring your tree to life, or do you prefer writing your own narratives by hand? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences once this feature appears in your Ancestry account. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe for more genealogy walkthroughs, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on tools like this one. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep exploring, keep verifying, and keep bringing your family history to life.